We have once again offered them peace, but they refused. Well, in this case, we will make sure those snobs get what they deserve.
They asked for it. There can be no more pity for our enemies.
The Air Force must destroy London, level it to the ground. We will bring those disobedient Brits to their knees. I hope I can count on you, Harman.
I assure you, Adolf, our air forces will perform beyond question. We are going to bomb their factories and airfields. We will crush them both in the air and on the ground. The Operation Eagle attack is a true masterpiece of military art, my Führer.
Glad to hear it. I hope this time you will not let me down, Harman.
The day of the Eagle is upon us. Today we begin a strategic air offensive against the United Kingdom. Operation Eagle Attack. I am assuming the leadership of the whole operation. You, in turn, will take the operative command of the units involved.
Herr Reichsmarschall, I'm afraid my forces are insufficient for such an operation. Every pilot counts, and I won't waste their lives in a suicidal attack on the superior British forces.
Oh, don't worry. You'll have plenty of assets. I've dispatched the Luftwaffe's finest units to France. They are now under your command. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some urgent state affairs to attend to. Canaris will be debriefing you on the details. And if you have any questions, I'm sure he will be able to assist you. Good luck.
How characteristic of our dearest Reichsmarschall to deputize Britain's defeat to you. Fail, and you'll be made a scapegoat. Succeed, and he'll be the first in line for the medals. Somehow, I'm not surprised.
Admiral Canaris, we have work to do.
Of course. According to our aerial reconnaissance, the British aircraft plants are located in London, Portsmouth, Cardiff, Coventry, Manchester, Liverpool, Leeds, Carlisle, and Edinburgh. These factories need to be destroyed.
I'm sure the British will mount a ferocious defense. We will need to neutralize the Royal Air Force so it doesn't interfere with our effort.
I agree completely. However, there are factors we have to consider. First of all, the British aircraft plants keep churning out new planes to compensate for their losses. Secondly, the radar stations on the coast of Britain can spot our air units from a great distance and provide comprehensive tactical updates to their fighter squadrons. Finally, multiple supply convoys with American military aid are already crossing the Atlantic and will soon arrive at the British ports.
We can deal with the radar stations by way of precision bombardment. As for intercepting the enemy convoys, have you any suggestions, Admiral Dunnet?
My submarines are cruising just off the coast of Britain, but I doubt they will be able to completely disrupt the enemy's supply line. I believe this task requires the Navy to join forces with our Air Force.
Good. I will take that into account. However, considering the sheer size of this war theater, our aviation will sometimes have to operate on the edge of their range. We'll need long-range planes equipped with drop tanks. Gentlemen, let's not waste any more time. The strategic situation is clear. It is time for us to strike.
Skies cloudy with high chance of flak. Anti-aircraft guns ready.
Armored troops at your disposal. Any orders? They won't know what hit them. Lucky you, on the ground. It's freezing up here. They won't know what hit them. Fighter plane combat ready. Good day to score some kills. Aces high. Nice and easy, at least until the combat starts. On my way. Fly like the wind. Engaging. Ready for strafing run. Engaging the target. Fly like the wind. Nice and easy, at least until the combat starts. Out here, no one is my match. Adjusting the target quadrant. Out here, no one is my match. Masters of the sky. Heard you loud and clear. Fly like the wind. On my way. This is where the fun begins.
Ready for some havoc. Fire from the sky. Gunners, keep an eye out.
Any orders? Order confirmed. Moving out.
We'll be passing over that quadrant.
Good day to score some kills. Engines at top performance.
Ready to make some craters. I have a bad feeling about this. Hopefully, no fighters today. Correcting angle of approach. Fire from the sky. Correcting angle of approach.
Order confirmed. Moving out. I am listening. This is where the fun begins. Eyes peeled for enemy forces.
We cast the biggest shadows. Tactical bomber, armed and ready. All is quiet, but not for long. Dropping the payload. I have a bad feeling about this. You, on the ground, catch. I don't like how exposed we are.
Ready to raise the steel curtain. Moving as ordered. Have no fear. Ever vigilant. Understood. Have no fear. Come on, up the ramp.
We will rule the day.
Verifying the enemy's location. 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 Verifying the enemy's location.
Fly like the wind.
All is quiet, but not for long.
Out here, no one is my match. Ready for strafing run. They won't know what hit them. Ready for strafing run. I am listening. This is where the fun begins. Commencing flyby attack.
Ever vigilant.
We cast the biggest shadows. Run or be removed.
Ready for strafing run. Good day to score some kills.
Fire from the sky. It's about to get loud down there. I have a bad feeling about this.
Flight guns awaiting orders. Pass the word, all enemy flights are grounded. AA guns reporting. Hopefully, no bombers today. Flight guns awaiting orders. Come on, up the ramp.
Tactical bomber reporting. Run or be removed. You, on the ground. Catch. Correcting angle of approach. Ready for some havoc. Starting bomb run. Parting the clouds.
Convoy HX.
Not yet. I will.
Anti-aircraft guns ready. Understood. Pass the word. All enemy flights are grounded. We'll keep the sky clear. We'll keep the sky clear. Moving as ordered. At once. Be there in a few. Yes, we can do that. Advancing to a new location. At once. Anti-aircraft guns ready. Moving to meet the enemy. Advancing to a new location. Pass the word. All enemy flights are grounded. Rolling out. Flat guns awaiting orders. Yes, we can do that.
Masters of the Sky. Lucky you on the ground. It's freezing up here. Eyes peeled for enemy forces. Eyes peeled for enemy forces. Fly like the wind. Engaging the target. Order confirmed. Moving out. They won't know what hit them. Masters of the Sky. Adjusting the target quadrant. They won't know what hit them. Lucky you on the ground. It's freezing up here. This is where the fun begins. Aces high. Fighter plane combat ready. Nice and easy. At least until the combat starts.
Run or be removed. We cast the biggest shadows. Correcting angle of approach. I have a bad feeling about this. Ready for some havoc.
Out here, no one is my match. Ready for strafing run, Masters of the Sky. Affirmative. Why? Any action there? Out here, no one is my match. Eyes peeled for enemy forces.
Where to, Commander? Gunners, keep an eye out. Tactical bomber reporting. I have a bad feeling about this.
I am listening. Out here, no one is my match. Fly like the wind. Nice and easy, at least until the combat starts. Fly like the wind.
Tactical bomber reporting.
Nice and easy, at least until the combat starts. Order confirmed. Moving out.
We cast the biggest shadows. Advancing in that direction. Anyone call for divine intervention? Run or be removed. Gunners, keep an eye out. Where to, Commander? Tactical bomber reporting. Ready to make some craters. Advancing in that direction. Christmas is here and I have a bomb bay full of presents. Christmas is here and I have a bomb bay full of presents.
Fly like the wind.
Correcting angle of approach.
Fly like the wind. Locked on target.
Anyone call for divine intervention? Fire from the sky. Dropping the payload. Advancing in that direction. Starting bomb run. On our way. All is quiet, but not for long. All is quiet, but not for long. Here's your Christmas gift. I have a bad feeling about this. We cast the biggest shadows. Tactical bomber, armed and ready. Scorch the earth. Enemy escaping bombing area.
They won't know what hit them. I am listening. I got you now. Confirmed hit. Watch the smoke. Watch the smoke.
Flight guns awaiting orders. Come on, up the ramp. Ever vigilant. Ever vigilant. Be there in a few.
Lucky you on the ground. It's freezing up here. Heard you loud and clear. I am listening. Order confirmed. Moving out. On my way.
Convoy HX Holder.
Not
But
I would.
Order confirmed. Moving out. Lucky you on the ground. It's freezing up here. Heard you loud and clear. Fly like the wind. I have a good feeling about this. Any orders? Any orders? I am listening. Fly like the wind. Out here, no one is my match. On my way.
Tactical bomber, armed and ready. Tactical bomber, armed and ready. I have a bad feeling about this. Ready to make some craters. I don't like how exposed we are.
Order confirmed. Moving out.
Run or be removed. I don't like how exposed we are.
Out here, no one is my match. Out here, no one is my match. Eyes peeled for enemy forces. Order confirmed. Moving out. Fighter plane combat ready. Engines at top performance. Lucky you on the ground. It's freezing up here. Affirmative. Why? Any action there? Affirmative. Why? Any action there? Aces high. Out here, no one is my match. Fighter plane combat ready. Advancing to coordinates. Any orders? Engines at top performance.
Where to, Commander? Ready to make some craters. We'll be passing over that quadrant. Hopefully, no fighters today. Gunners, keep an eye out.
Good day to score some kills. Heard you loud and clear.
Ready for some havoc. Tactical bomber, armed and ready. Advancing in that direction. Advancing in that direction.
Out here, no one is my match. Order confirmed. Moving out.
Flight guns awaiting orders.
Lucky you on the ground. It's freezing up here. Masters of the Sky. What's today's mission? Nice and easy, at least until the combat starts.
Parting the clouds.
Fighter plane combat ready. Affirmative. Why? Any action there?
Tactical bomber, armed and ready. Ready for some havoc. I don't like how exposed we are. I have a bad feeling about this.
Advancing to coordinates. I am listening. Advancing to coordinates. Ready for strafing run. Engines at top performance.
All is quiet, but not for long. Hopefully, no fighters today. Parting the clouds.
Fighter plane combat ready. I am listening. Affirmative. Why? Any action there? Nice and easy. At least until the combat starts.
Tactical bomber, armed and ready. Tactical bomber, armed and ready. Approaching coordinates, altitude normal. Advancing in that direction. Run or be removed. Advancing in that direction. Run or be removed. Ready to make some craters. On our way. Tactical bomber reporting. Parting the clouds. Ready to make some craters. Gunners, keep an eye out. Tactical bomber, armed and ready. We cast the biggest shadows. Advancing in that direction. Hopefully, no fighters today. Pressure normal, advancing as ordered.
Aces high. Masters of the Sky. I have a good feeling about this. Engines at top performance.
Anyone call for divine intervention? We'll be passing over that quadrant.
Convoy HX-52 is approaching Britain from the southwest. Without a doubt, it's loaded with fighter planes and their spare parts for assembly in Britain. I suggest immediate interception. Halder, have you heard about Sir Douglas Bader, the British ace without both legs?
Not yet. Why did you bring him up?
Bader commands great authority among the Royal Air Force. By taking down his fighter plane, you would deal a serious blow to the Brits' fighting spirit. However, it would be no easy feat. He is exceptionally renowned for his aerial combat skills.
I would wager our aces are no less adept. I will let them know, Admiral. I'm sure every German pilot will be eager to test his ability and try taking down such a remarkably skilled enemy.
Oxygen supply is normal. Down here, it's easy to forget the war is happening. Awaiting new orders. Affirmative. They won't see it coming.
I am listening.
Down here, it's easy to forget the war is happening. I hope this war is over soon.
Good day to score some kills. Engaging the target. Affirmative. Why? Any action there? Advancing to coordinates.
Where to, Commander? You, on the ground. Catch. Tactical bomber reporting. Dropping the payload. Gunners, keep an eye out. Tactical bomber reporting. Kill confirmed. Anyone call for divine intervention? It's about to get loud down there. Ready for some havoc.
Convoy HX-52 has been sunk. We took no chances.
Out here, no one is my match. Fighter plane combat ready. Commencing flyby attack.
Ready to sink a few ships. U-boat reporting. We'll sink them. All systems are ready. U-boat advancing.
Aces high. Woo! Solid hit. Eyes peeled for enemy forces. Heard you loud and clear. Nice and easy. At least until the combat starts.
Run or be removed. Bring the hammer down. I don't like how exposed we are. Fire from the sky. It's about to get loud down there. Hopefully, no fighters today. Scorch the earth. Where to, Commander? Approaching coordinates, altitude normal. Bombs away, bombs away. Hopefully, no fighters today. Hey,
Convoy HX-52 has been sunk. We took no chances.
Fighter plane combat ready. Aces high. What's today's mission? Fighter plane combat ready. Eyes peeled for enemy forces. Out here, no one is my match. Heard you loud and clear. This is where the fun begins. Fly like the wind. Engaging. Ready for strafing run. Commencing fly-by attack. I am listening. They will not escape. Fly like the wind. Good day to score some kills. They won't know what hit them. Affirmative. Why? Any action there? You're as good as dead. Ace is high. Locked on target. I am listening. Locked on target. Order confirmed. Moving out. Fly like the wind. You're as good as dead. Adjusting the target quadrant. Ready for strafing run. Lucky you on the ground. It's freezing up here.
All is quiet, but not for long.
Lucky you on the ground. It's freezing up here. Ready for strafing run.
Fire from the sky.
Flat guns awaiting orders. Hopefully, no bombers today. Have no fear. Blast them to pieces. Ever vigilant. Rolling out. Ever vigilant. Enemy unit coming in fast.
Out here, no one is my match. Masters of the Sky. Fighter plane combat ready.
We'll keep the sky clear. Pass the word, all enemy flights are grounded. AA guns reporting. Ever vigilant. Pass the word, all enemy flights are grounded.
They won't know what hit them. I am listening. Adjusting the target quadrant. You're as good as dead.
Have no fear. Don't let them get close. This is a no-fly zone now. Enemy unit coming in fast. Blast them to pieces. Shred that one. Target locked. AA guns reporting. Ever vigilant. Shred that one. Pass the word, all enemy flights are grounded.
Fighter plane combat ready. On my way. I got you now. Good day to score some kills. You're as good as dead.
AA guns reporting. Anti-aircraft guns ready. Hopefully, no bombers today. Anti-aircraft guns ready. Hopefully, no bombers today.
Out here, no one is my match. Engaging the target. Fighter plane combat ready. On my way.
AA guns reporting. Don't let them get close.
Masters of the sky. Out here, no one is my match. Heard you loud and clear. They won't know what hit them. Heard you loud and clear. Any orders? Order confirmed. Moving out. I am listening. Masters of the sky. Adjusting the target quadrant. Good day to score some kills. Adjusting the target quadrant. I got you now.
Ever vigilant.
Out here, no one is my match. Out here, no one is my match. Engaging. Lucky you on the ground. It's freezing up here.
Hopefully, no bombers today. Watch out for enemy planes.
Masters of the sky. Advancing to coordinates. Any orders? On my way. Good day to score some kills. They will not escape. Any orders? Ace is high. Affirmative. Why? Any action there? I am listening. Eyes peeled for enemy forces. Out here, no one is my match. They won't know what hit them. Adjusting the target quadrant.
Where to, Commander? Christmas is here and I have a bomb bay full of presents. Approaching coordinates, altitude normal.
Advancing to coordinates. Fly like the wind.
Run or be removed. Correcting angle of approach.
Eyes peeled for enemy forces.
Run or be removed. I don't like how exposed we are. We'll be passing over that quadrant. We cast the biggest shadows. We'll be passing over that quadrant.
Masters of the sky. On my way.
Fire from the sky. Advancing in that direction.
Good day to score some kills. On my way. Good day to score some kills. Adjusting the target quadrant.
All is quiet, but not for long. Correcting angle of approach. We cast the biggest shadows. Bombs away, bombs away. Tactical bomber, armed and ready. You, on the ground, catch. Anyone call for divine intervention? Run or be removed. It's about to get loud down there. We cast the biggest shadows.
I got you now. They won't know what hit them. Affirmative. Why? Any action there? Any orders? Eyes peeled for enemy forces. Lucky you on the ground. It's freezing up here. Locked on target. Out here, no one is my match. Affirmative. Why? Any action there? I have a good feeling about this. Good day to score some kills. I got you now. Out here, no one is my match. Advancing to coordinates.